Good morning. Shout out to my people out there, man. What's up? Let's get it in first thing this morning. Where y'all at? Yeah, man. I got the content, man. I got the content. And we already know what the groupies gonna say because we understand how they think. Oh man, you just hating. You just hating. Shut up. You sound like a groupie. You groupies are the only people concerned with this man's money and fame. I'm not. I'm dealing with his talking points. That's it. This ain't got nothing to do with no money, no fame, no notoriety. I'm dealing with this man's talking points, and that is it. Shout out to my people in the building. Where y'all at, man? Let's get it cracking this morning. Yes, man. First thing. And this is the first show of the day. December 8th, 2025. We almost in 26, y'all. Almost in 26. This year just flew by. Oh my, it flew by. But yeah, man, they say 26, just another day. A different number, but same situation. But hey, man, we have the power to change our situation and our circumstances, right? Just by grinding, working hard, and believing in everything that you do. But see, right now, like I said earlier, man, I'm dealing with this man's talking points. All you male groupies and female groupies, y'all care about this man's money. Y'all care about his fame and notoriety. I don't. I'm dealing with his talking points. That is it. That is all. Now hit the like button, man. Let's get up in here, family. Let's have a conversation. It is time to grind. Now, Anton Daniels is a successful businessman. Props to him for being successful. Can't take nothing away from him when it comes to that. Right? Great. But I'm not really concerned with that, but I do congratulate people for their success. But this ain't about a success. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty because the truth ain't never pretty. Now, we all know that Anton Daniels is notorious for saying that immigrants work harder than foundational Black Americans. Foundational Black Americans are lazy. You know what I mean? He said, the white man, what'd he say? He said, I wouldn't hire the majority of you guys because you're lazy. You come to work smelling like weed and alcohol. He said a lot of stereotypical BS about foundational Black Americans. He said it. I did a whole stream about this maybe like a year ago. He came up with all these negative stereotypes about how lazy Black people are. We commit a lot of crimes. We're lazy. The immigrants are outworking us. The immigrants are smarter than us. The immigrants are more productive. These are Anton's words, not mine. I'm not putting words in his mouth. I am not. Trust and believe, I am not putting words in his mouth. Now, on this particular video, he went in on Somalians because this Somalian woman said that somehow foundational Black Americans are jealous of them. Now, why would we be jealous of Somalians when they come from a third world country, a war-torn country? Their country is in shambles. They have nothing for us to be jealous about. They have nothing to be jealous about. So when I heard this Somalian lady said that FBAs are jealous of what? You guys come over here and benefit from everything that we fought for. I know lazy people. I know lazy white people. What is your point, Kevin Stutters? I know a lot of lazy white people. I know a lot of lazy Latino people. I know lazy people from all races, from all groups. So what is your point? When he said FBAs are lazy, he was speaking for the majority. He generalized foundational Black Americans and said that, yes, we're lazy. He didn't say some. He was speaking for the majority. So when I see Kev Stutter say, I know a lot of lazy FBAs, I know a lot of lazy people of all groups. So what is your point? What's the point in typing that in the comments? Now, unless you agree with Anton Daniels and you want to say the majority of FBAs are lazy, then be specific about what you're saying, because I can point out lazy people from every group. But if you agree with Anton Daniels, just let it be known. You ain't got a half step. Just let it be known, brother. If you feel the same way, it's cool. I get it. But please be specific. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Tap in and show some love to the gang, baby. Oh, man. Let's get this party started, man. We almost at 100 people. As soon as we get a few more people up in here, man, we're going to dive right into the conversation. We ain't waiting. All right, matter of fact, let's start now. No, let me see this dude right here. Lion Judah, you got a long name. He said, Anton Daniels has always felt the way about us as a race of people, but not realizing that we have always worked hard here and sacrificed a lot other races of people of coming here. Now, the Somalians come here based on what we fought for, right? They benefit off of the 14th Amendment. They never fought for it. They never lost their lives for it. They never got incarcerated for it. They benefit off of our civil rights movement. They come over here and the red carpet is already laid out. They have nothing to be jealous of. These people benefit from everything that we fought for in this country. And when you look at their homeland, when you look at the place that they fled from, you say to yourself, how dare you come over here with an opinion? You didn't even fix your country. You left your country. Foundational Black Americans had to sit here in this country. We had to fight for civil rights, fight to be treated like human beings, fight to be treated equally, fight to be treated equal. We had to fight for equality. We had to fight for equal opportunities. We had to fight for literally everything that we got. We went to prison for it. We were unalive for it. Foundational Black Americans was on the front line, 10 toes down, dealing with white supremacists who wanted to unalive us, who wanted to incarcerate us, all because we were fighting for equal opportunities in this country. Somalians have done absolutely nothing. Somalians came over here to freeload off of everything we fought for. They have nothing to be jealous of. Their homeland is exactly what Donald Trump said. That's why they fled. Their homeland is exactly what Donald Trump said. This is why they fled. Pum, got ghosts. Adios. Let's get into this content right here. Then I'm going to show you what Anton Daniels said about FBA. Make sure that you guys
can't believe it.
Make sure that you guys bless the like button when you tap in. Let's get it in. I'm ready.
Can't believe it. Got the nerve of y'all to sit here and talk nonsense. That's why they cover their faces.
The racists are actually just jealous of Somalis because of how successful we became in a matter of one generation.
Imagine somebody saying that you're jealous of a Somali. Imagine somebody here in the United States of America that could have been piss poor in their own country, sitting here telling you that we jealous of what? Jealous of your open toe sandals? What have Somalis ever done anywhere?
I mean, what he's saying is true, but it's like, Anton, these are the same people that you said work harder than us. Anton said that Africans work harder than FBA. Now all of a sudden he switched it up and said that Somalians, they haven't accomplished anything. What have they done? Did they ever fight for the civil rights that we have in this country? Absolutely not. They showed up here to freeload. They are freeloading tethers. They have nothing to be jealous of. They fled their homeland because they didn't want to fix that. They came over here to benefit off of everything that we fought for. Somalians have done absolutely nothing. There's nothing to be jealous of. But Anton Daniels, if we go back to last year or maybe the year before, Anton Daniels is the same guy that said Africans work harder than us. Now all of a sudden he's going in on Somalians and telling them the truth.
Imagine somebody telling you that you're jealous of them in your country that you pay taxes for.
And I was watching a lot of videos that are coming up on my For You page where people are saying, how come Somalis have nice cars and we don't? We've been here like how many generations? We were born here, our ancestors are from here, but Somalis drive nice cars.
Because they use Section 8 housing, and I'm going to give you the real finesse. And they use a lot of government tax dollars to survive. Jealous of your open-toe sandals? What have Somalis ever done anywhere? Imagine somebody telling you that you're jealous of them in your country that you pay taxes for.
And I was watching a lot of videos that are coming up on my For You page where people are saying, how come Somalis have nice cars and we don't? We've been here like how many generations? We were born here, our ancestors are from here, but Somalis drive nice cars.
Because they use Section 8 housing, and I'm going to give you the real finesse. And they use a lot of government tax dollars to survive through, and this is why the Biden administration and people before him, Obama, Biden, all of them, this is why they should be held accountable, bro, because they basically brought over a bunch of entitled people that's now sitting here and they children is talking shit to you like you nothing.
We've been saying this, Anton Daniels. See, this is what pisses me off. Anton Daniels is repeating what foundational Black Americans been saying about these African tethers. He's literally repeating us verbatim. We've been calling these immigrants out for that. They come over here to leech off of us and their children start talking greasy to us. Imagine somebody comes to your house, eating your food, going in the refrigerator, eating up everything, and now they're talking crazy to you. Well, that's exactly what these Africans been doing to foundational Black Americans. We've been calling this out, Anton Daniels. You are late to the train. You are late to the gravy train. We've been saying this for years. Now, all of a sudden, you agree with us? But you're the same guy who said that these immigrants, these same immigrants that you are now going in on, you were the same guy who said that these Africans work harder than foundational Black Americans. And if you don't believe me, I'm going to play the video right after this clip.
They spend their money on why the Biden administration and people before him, Obama, Biden, all of them. This is why they should be held accountable, bro, because they basically brought over a bunch of entitled people that's now sitting here and they children is talking shit to you like you nothing. They spend their money on what they want and then they spend your money on their living situation.
This whole thing is just making me realize is jealousy. They're jealous of our success because they expect us like to be at the bottom of the bottom, right? And then we come here one generation, we work hard, we save our money. And Somalis are not the only community that committed fraud, okay? We're not all committing fraud, okay? Every community has bad apples, but they're trying to use that as leverage to hate.
Notice she said all Somalians don't commit fraud. So what makes you think that the majority of foundational Black Americans are jealous of Somalians? She didn't say some, she spoke in general and said that we are somehow jealous of them. But when somebody brought up the fact that Somalians commit fraud, well, not all of us commit fraud, but all of us are hating on Somalians as FBAs. Shut up, lady. You sound crazy. You're delusional.
On us, right? And not the only community that committed fraud, okay? Is jealousy. They're jealous of our success because they expect us like to be at the bottom of the bottom, right? And then we come here one generation, we work hard, we save our money. And Somalis are not the only community that committed fraud, okay? We're not all committing fraud, okay? Every community has bad apples, but they're trying to use that as leverage to hate on us, right? And attack our community. But what it is like when you're an immigrant group and you're Black on top of that and you're African, they hate you to be successful. they hate you to be successful. Now, if we were like European immigrants, like maybe Bosnians who are Muslims, but
Let me tell y'all something, bro. For all of my black folk that's watching this right now, for all of my white folk that's watching this right now, for my white apologists, all of that, I want you to know that we are not all the same. Stop grouping Americans, no matter where you're from in America, real Americans, especially black Americans, in with Africans.
Well, you're the same guy who said that FBAs are lazy. You lumped all of us in the same group as the lazy FBAs that you might know. You said we're lazy. You spoke in general. You also said that these immigrants, these Africans, you fixed your mouth to say that they work harder than us. You said this. These are your words. But now you want to tell everybody, well, we're not the same. Now all of a sudden we're not the same. But you called FBAs lazy in general. You said that we're lazy, immigrants work harder. You said this, sir. No one else. See, I'm dealing with his talking points. I don't care about his YouTube success. I don't care about his money. I let you listen, I let you male groupies and female groupies be infatuated with his money. I don't care about that. I'm dealing with the man's talking points. I don't care about none of that other stuff.
Y'all something, bro. For all of my black folk that's watching this right now, for all of my white folk that's watching this right now, for my white apologists, all of that, I want you to know that we are not all the same. Stop grouping Americans, no matter where you're from in America, real Americans, especially black Americans, in with Africans. We are not the same. I need y'all to understand this. The hue and the melanation inside of our skin does not mean that we are the same. We are not. We are Americans. And I need y'all to be able to separate the two. We are not the same.
You lumped FBAs in the same category as if we're all the same. You said we're lazy and these immigrants work harder. If you don't believe me, I'll play the video right after this clip. You are grifting, my boy. You're grifting.
We are Americans. I want you to remember that. Do not sit here. Y'all can keep on going back there if y'all want to. Y'all can feel like y'all need to be a part of the motherland and all of that. No, we are not the same. I am an American inside of the United States of America. I embody Christian values. We pledge allegiance to the flag. We are governed by the Constitution. We have our own culture. We are not the same.
Foundational Black Americans, we've been saying that. I'm gonna show you the video of him talking greasy about FBA. I'm gonna play that video too. That's what foundational Black Americans, we've been saying that. Culturally, we are different than Africans. We are not the same as Africans. We've been saying this, but you had a problem with us identifying as foundational Black Americans. And if you don't believe me, I'll play the video. Now you're literally repeating the same things that we've been saying for years. You're repeating everything we said. You've said nothing new underneath the sun. He had a problem with foundational Black. He had a problem with FBA. Now he's repeating our same talking points. Now he's telling white people that we're different than Africans. We've been telling white people that we're different than Africans. So don't call us African Americans. We are foundational Black Americans.
Stop. Listen. We are much more closer to Caucasians and white people in the United States of America than we ever will be. And I say this with my chest, and I know that this is going to bother some of y'all. And listen, I know y'all listen to me all over the place, but I got to help you to understand something. I'm staking my claim, and I think that everybody else should too, because people think that they can come over here and do what the fuck they want to do. No, you are blessed and you're privileged to be here. We are closer in brotherhood to white people here in the United States of America than we ever will be to Africans, to Somalians.
Now, I agree with you. I agree with you to a certain extent. The only thing that we have in common with white folks are that we are Americans. I wouldn't say that we have a brotherhood to white people, but I get what you're trying to say. He's saying that foundational Black Americans have more in common with white Americans than we do with Africans from the continent. I get what you're trying to say, but there's no brotherhood with white folks, but that's a whole nother story. Let's get back to the content. Make sure that you guys bless the like button. It ain't nothing. Bless the Cash App, $red 1803. Let's keep this show rolling.
People here in the United States in brotherhood to white people that they can come over here and do what the fuck they want to do. No, you are blessed and you're privileged to be here. We are closer in brotherhood to white people here in the United States of America than we ever will be to Africans, to Somalians, to Jamaicans, to people in Ghana, East Africans, West Africans. We are closer to white people than we are to these Nigerians, Liberians, librarians. I don't give a fuck where you from. We are Americans. Now, that does not mean that Africans and Nigerians are bad people. It means that when you come over here or when you address us, you acknowledge us as such. That's the
Now, he said he's FBA. He said he was born in Detroit, and he said his parents come from Georgia. Now, in so many words, he said that he's a foundational Black American, but he doesn't go by the term. He don't use the word. He doesn't identify with that, but he said he's no tether, and his family is right here. They come from chattel slavery down in Georgia. Words of Anton Daniels. And I'm gonna play the video in a minute. Let's finish this clip real quick.
The truth. Now, you cannot like it. It can bother you. You can feel some type of way about it, but that's our flag. I ain't never, ever been, nor will I ever probably go over into an African country. I don't even care. They don't even like us. Most of them don't like us. Bro, when I went over to Minneapolis, I got all of the, hey, what's going on? Hey, y'all need some work? You know, can I help you or whatever from white people? And the Somalis.
But now he's speaking FBA language. He said they don't like us. They are not like us and they don't like us. What does that sound like? He just said they are not like us and they don't like us. What does that sound like? That sounds like FBA talking points. Now all of a sudden he's speaking. Now all of a sudden he's speaking just like a foundational Black American. 1 year ago, he said that these same Africans work harder than us. Now all of a sudden he's coming. Now all of a sudden he's coming with these FBA talking points. We've been saying this for years. You're new to the gravy train, baby.
He's never spoke to me. I ain't never, ever been, nor will I ever probably go over into an African country. I don't even care. They don't even like us. Most of them don't like us. Bro, when I went over to Minneapolis, I got all of the, hey, what's going on? Hey, y'all need some work? You know, can I help you or whatever from white people? And the Somalis never spoke to me. If you want to know what the truth is. The Somalis never speak. They don't speak to you. They don't show love. They don't welcome you. They look at you and be like, what are you doing over here? The white people be like, hey, what's going on, my friend? How you doing? Where you from? You from Detroit? Oh, man. Yeah, man, I'm glad to have you here. What made you come over to St. Paul? What made you come over to Minneapolis?
Shout out to Gold Professor for blessing the super chat. Appreciate you for dropping some of that early morning support on your boy. Let's go.
Yeah, man, I'm glad to have you here. What made you come over to St. Paul? What made you come over to Minneapolis? That's the honest to God truth. That is my personal experience multiple times visiting Minneapolis. And if I'm lying, tell me differently. If I'm lying, I'm flying.
Or Russians, and they become successful, nobody would blink an eye because they're white. But the fact that we're brown people from Africa, do you know what I mean? It kills them. Because the way we move, we don't move like we're inferior to anybody, right? And it's bothering them. And our name has reached the White House. That's how powerful the Somali community is. Wallahi, I have this thing where if Somalis work together, the only problem Somalis have is like, we need to build our country back. Wallahi billahi, we could have been like we could have been a superpower nation. How gifted Allah has made Somalis in making money, in being successful, in being able to see opportunity everywhere they go. All right.
I wonder why he couldn't do that while you were still in your own country. I'm just curious. How come Allah was only able to make you successful in America on taxpayer dimes?
So there's this like guy on my For You page, and he was talking about, I used to be a handyman, and I see Somalis, they all have.
Right. She's talking all this Allah stuff. How come you can't fix Somalia? How come Allah didn't help you to fix Somalia? Oh, you come over here and benefit off of our tax dollars. You benefit off of the fact that we fought for civil rights that you benefit from once you get here. Oh, the red carpet was already laid out in America. Foundational Black Americans did all the dirty work. Foundational Black Americans did all the hard work. We did all the heavy lifting. By the time you Somalians came to America, the red carpet was laid out. It was laid out already. Somalians ain't fought in none of these wars in this country. They never fought for civil rights. They haven't done anything in this country besides show up to freeload off of everything we fought for. If Allah is so great and you believe in your religion so much, how come Allah didn't help you to fix Somalia? Huh?
Nice cars.
I'm curious. How come Allah was only able to make you successful in America on taxpayer dimes?
So there's this like guy on my For You page, and he was talking about, I used to be a handyman, and I see Somalis, they all have nice cars. And then, the hate comments were down there, deport them, do this, do that. And let me tell you something. The reason why we have nice cars, nice clothes, we look good, we're shining, we're doing that, is because we work and we don't spend our money on nonsense. We don't spend our money on like the latest fashions, the latest wigs, the latest whatever. We save our money and we work as a family unit. We're not individualistic. We work as communities. We save our money and we help each other make big purchases that way. Somali community is very tight-knit. American culture is very individualistic. Everybody you're alone. You're expected to do everything yourself. In a Somali community, we work together. That's how we became successful fast. And we took, the opportunities that were given to us in this country. Is that wrong? Many immigrants before us did it. Why can't we do it? And now we're being punished for being successful too fast. That's just unbelievable.
She said they're being punished for becoming successful too fast. No, you're here illegally. They're fed up with you. They're ready to send you back home. You guys are committing fraud. You're ungrateful. You're talking greasy. It is time to go back to your homeland. Nobody is jealous of you. If Somalians were so great, they would fix Somalia. If Allah was so great to you, he would help you guys to build Somalia and make that place if Allah was so great to you guys would make Somalia great. You wouldn't have to flee to America. There would have been no purpose in fleeing to America. You would have built Somalia to make that great. to serve your people, but you can't do it because you guys are not hard workers. You're not intelligent. You came to America to benefit off of everything that we fought for. You guys are freeloading tethers. I repeat, I'm going to say it again. You guys are freeloading tethers. You are disrespectful and you are entitled. 100%. Now let's get back to the content.
Unbelievable. And now they're trying to come at our community or deport them, do this to them. Even Somalis, wherever we go, we're still going to be successful. Even if you deport them, they can still make money.
How come you're not successful in Somalia? She said anywhere we go, we're going to be successful. If that's the case, why does Somalia look like a dump? Why is everybody fleeing Somalia if you guys are going to be successful everywhere you go? If that was the case, you wouldn't be crying about going back home, because you know what you would say? We're going to make Somalia great. We're going to be successful over there. But clearly that's not the case.
Why? And you guys will still be in the U.S. broke, living paycheck to paycheck.
You see how they talk about you? Let me rewind it for you so you would hear the last.
We've been exposing this, Anton Daniels. You're coming with the same talking points that FBA been saying for years. You see how they talk about us? You see how they talk about us? Now he's saying us. Now he's saying us. We've been exposed. Listen, homie, we've exposed these tethers a long time ago. She said that we'll be broke, living from paycheck to paycheck in America. And guess what? You'll be living in Somalia with flies flying around your head, buzzing around a raggedy bowl of oatmeal. Imagine what you would be doing if you was in Somalia and you never had the opportunity to come to our country to freeload in the first place. Imagine what condition you would be living in right now. Where would Somalians be if they had to stay in Somalia and they couldn't flee to America? You guys would be doing worse. You guys would be living in huts, shanty towns, huts. That's how you guys would be living. Living paycheck to paycheck in America is way better than what you guys are doing in Somalia. Living paycheck to paycheck is way better than what you guys are doing in Somalia. The worst of the worst people in America are living better than people in Somalia.
Them do this to them. Even Somalis, wherever we go, we're still going to be successful. Even if you deport them, they can still make money. Why? And you guys will still be in the U.S. broke, living paycheck to paycheck.
You see how they talk about you? Let me rewind it for you so you would hear the last part.
Even if you deport them, they can still make money. Why? And you guys will still be in the U.S. broke, living paycheck to paycheck.
You see how they feel about you?
We know.
That wasn't words that came out of my mouth. That was words that came out of her mouth. People sent that to me. People literally sent that to me and said, Anton, you got to see this. Anton, you got to see this. I said, what? No way that she just said that. No way that she just said that.
Anton, we've been saying this, right? It's mighty funny that you are now repeating the same things that we've been saying for years. Now all of a sudden, Anton Daniels is going to put us up again. See how they talk about us? See how we talk about? See how they talk? We've been exposing these tethers for talking greasy about us. You haven't exposed anything. Anton Daniels he's trying to make it seem like he's exposing something. We've been pointing out the fact that these tethers been talking greasy about us. We've been talking about that for years. This is nothing new. Now, all of a sudden, you want to tell us how immigrants feel about us? Foundation of Black Americans been exposing these tethers for who they really are and all the disrespect that they have for Foundation of Black Americans. We've exposed these people years ago. Maybe your audience are just now finding out about what's going on, but Foundation of Black Americans who've been standing on 10 toes, Foundation of Black Americans who's with the business, we've been speaking about this. This is nothing new. These tethers and immigrants been talking greasy about FBA. They've been doing it. And FBA been exposing it. Hit the like button and support the content. We got 300 plus people in here watching. Let's get some supporters on the Cash App. Bless the Cash App. The Cash App is on the screen. We got 300 plus people watching. Show some love to the content. Hot fire first thing in the morning. Share some of this love. Show some of this love.
No way that the boss Chica, that's her name, Malika, the boss Chica said that. I said, what in the world is, because I always like to give credit to the content creators, regardless of whether I agree or not. The boss Chica, shout out to my girl Molly, said that. I couldn't believe it. I said, no way, no how am I sitting here listening to a person.
Her name is Malika. That's her. That's who she is right there on the screen, right? That's who she is. So make sure that you hit the like button. It ain't nothing. Everybody that's watching, we got 400 plus people watching. Let's get everybody to bless the like button. Let's get everybody to hype the video. Show some love. Show some of that early morning love for some of this dope content, for some of this fire content. It's motivation.
And say this wild stuff about us here in the United States of America. And y'all will sit there and get mad at Trump for calling a spade a spade. Trump just said it for real. He was like, listen, these people come over here, they disrespect us inside of the United States of America. They never had nothing before they got here. And then they take our money and they send it back home, and y'all expect for us to be able to accommodate us. Crazy.
Yeah.
I will rock, man. Listen, I rock with snow hares. Shout out to my snow bunnies. Shout out to my snow hares. Shout out to my pink toes. Shout out to my hamsters. Shout out to my black women, my white women.
Now, I'm gonna show you. We got one more video. We got 1 more minute left of this video. Then I'm gonna show you the video where he said these same foreigners that he's talking about now, these are the same people that he said outwork us.
The white guys, the black guys. Shout out to American citizens who respect this country, who pledge allegiance to the flag. The Mexicans, Hispanics, Asians, right? Respect to everybody that actually acknowledge.
Keep the language PG-13, man. I appreciate, the super chat, bro, but you got to keep the language clean. We monetize over here, man.
What goes on here in America, and they acclimate and they adjust and they embrace American culture and they pour back into this country because of the opportunity that was afforded to you, built on the backs of slaves and white people here in this United States of America. Pay homage and acknowledge the history and then be blessed. But don't come over here talking nonsense and expect for us to be over here sitting here trying to make you comfortable. Trying to make you comfortable at our table. That's the truth. That's the honest to God truth. We love you from a distance until you acknowledge what has happened here, and then we can have a conversation. But until then, it's crazy.
Until then, it's crazy. Okay, here's the clip. I'm gonna show you where he said these immigrants that he went in on, how they're harder workers. They're more productive.
I have no sympathy. I have no sympathy for anybody. You get what you deserve. Wherever it is that you are in life, that's your bed, sleep in it. I don't care where you were born. I don't care where you come from. I see immigrants coming over here every day from third world countries, outworking you, outpacing you, and making you look bad. I don't care about your reparations. Listen, I don't care if you ever get it. As a matter of fact, I'm advocating against it because it's going to fuck up my dollar and make inflation go out of control. And so I don't want them to pay you. I don't want you to have nothing. Don't give these motherfuckers nothing. As a matter of fact, not only do I not want you to get nothing from reparations, I think that they should tax you for breathing. Tax you for breathing this good old air that we working so hard and paying our tax dollars for in order to be able to make sure that you got this good old air and this good old water. Where you were born, sleep in it. I don't care where you were. That's your bed. That you are in life. That's your bed. Sleep in it. I don't care where you were born. I don't care where you come from. I see immigrants coming over here every day from third world countries, outworking you, outpacing you, and making you look bad. I don't care about your reparations. Listen, I don't care if you ever get it. As a matter of fact, I'm advocating against it because it's going to fuck up my dollar and make inflation go out of control. And so I don't want them to pay you. I don't want you to have nothing. Don't give these motherfuckers nothing. As a matter of fact, not only do I not want you to get nothing from reparations, I think that they should tax you for breathing. Tax you for breathing this good old air that we working so hard and paying our tax dollars for in order to be able to make sure that you got this good old air and this good old water.
Now, you see how he flip-flopped? Now, he was talking greasy about FBA, saying that the immigrants outpace us, they work harder than us. He don't want us to get reparations and none of that. Now all of a sudden he's saying that the immigrants don't work harder than us, and now he's gonna put us up on game about how greasy these immigrants been talking about us, like we haven't been talking about this for the last so and so years. But now, all of a sudden he gonna put us up on game about how the immigrants really feel about FBA. Anton, you a clown. Anton is a certified clown, man. He really is. Straight clown.
I talk about money. I talk about marriage. I talk about all of that.
Now, I want you guys to listen to this. See, what's crazy about people is people worship money so much that they overlook the character flaws of these hypocrites. You overlook the character flaws of these hypocrites because you worship them for their money. And that's pitiful. That's sad. Right? You got rainbow community members who make tons of money. Tyler Perry is part of the rainbow community mafia. He's part of the rainbow community. Yes, he's successful. Yes, he makes a ton of money, but at the same time, he's a fun boy. It doesn't take away from the fact that Tyler Perry is a fun boy. Yes, he's very successful, but there's a lot of successful fun boys. You got a lot of men who are very successful. They make a lot of money who are members of the rainbow community, who are members of the rainbow community. Let me just put it like that. Our people, and I'm saying all of us, a lot of our people worship money so much that they overlook these black men who are a part of the rainbow community. And they overlook the fact that these men are part of the rainbow community because they worship these guys for their money. What a groupie. I understand female groupies, but the sad part about it is we got male groupies who worship other men for money while overlooking the fact that these guys are rainbow community members. That's crazy.
Type of stuff, right? But I got roped into it simply because of what was happening or what's happening down in Florida and Texas and Arizona, and they flying out.
Oh, with the migration.
Yeah, they flying them over to Martha's Vineyard and New York and a lot of these other cities, right? So I got roped into the conversation simply because I was covering it, but I was covering it from a financial perspective of how it's impacting things. Because, you know, for me, it always comes back to the money.
Yeah.
But then, you know, I opened up the lines, and then I had a guy call in that obviously migrated from here, and I didn't believe him because when I asked him, I said, "Hey, did you come here legally or illegally?" He was stuttering and he was trying to figure out the words to say or whatever, which that wasn't the big thing, but that set the foundation for the conversation. And so I kind of got roped into the conversation.
We got 400 some people watching. You mean to tell me we only got one person who blessed the Cash App? Out of 400 some people, we only got one person who blessed the Cash App. What's wrong with this picture? What's up with my audience lately? We got 400 plus people watching, and we only got one person who blessed the Cash App. There's something wrong with that picture. And I'm gonna get to the bottom of it because it's not adding up. Anyway, let's get back to the content. Shout out to Desmond Hill for being the first to bless the Cash App. We got 400 plus people watching. That's crazy.
Because then they started saying that I was FBA. And that's why I started getting the curiosity from, because it's like, all I'm saying is, how can you take credit for or start to feel like you have just as much say and input on what's going on here when you just came here? And so then they're like, well, Anton, you sound like Tariq Nasheed. I've never heard a Tariq Nasheed.
People say it's not about Tariq, it's about the truth.
I've
is the
never
truth.
heard one stream from him. I have
The truth
never.
is-
The truth is the truth. You don't need to know Tariq Nasheed to align yourself with the truth. You don't need to know Tariq Nasheed to align yourself with the truth. I don't care if you're in Minnesota, California, or Florida. If we're speaking the truth, we're going to be saying the same thing. I don't care if you can be in Nebraska or Alaska. If you're speaking the truth, we're going to be saying the same thing, and we don't even know each other. It's that simple.
Seen a video
That
simply
ain't even
because it's
relevant.
just not interesting me. Like I'm interested in talking about the money.
See, they thinking you're repeating his talking point because it's just the truth.
Let's look at it from the perspective of taking it back to Atlanta, right? And the black community and things like that. Such a big subject, but I got to ask you because I see you talking about it a lot. And so you're more of an expert than I am because I'm not as familiar with what's going on with this whole FBA, ADOS, and all of this other type of stuff. In a general sense, what are your thoughts about that whole subject?
I think it's extremely important. I think that the concept of, and for those that don't know, FBA stands for Foundational Black American. If you think about it, Black American people,
The audio is very low for some reason. I don't know why the audio is so low in this video, but work with me. We're gonna get through it.
talking about generations we are from here. Like,
Is that the same thing as ADOS?
No, because ADOS is just the descendants of slaves, where an FBA means the descendants of slaves plus any native or, Aboriginal, or I'm sorry, indigenous Black people here as well.
Okay.
So ADOS is just the descendants of slave people who came over here from Africa, whereas FBA means all Black people who are the foundation of this country.
So FBA can be somebody that migrated over here, but is, for example,
No, FBA people didn't migrate here. See, Six the Goddess didn't do a good job at breaking down what FBA actually means. Right? She didn't do a good job, but we're gonna let it play, and I'll break it down for you if you don't understand. Foundational Black Americans are not migrants. We are not immigrants.
somebody that migrated over here, but is, for example, got a green card or they're
No, you can't be a foundational Black American with a green card. You're not a foundational Black American if you had to migrate here, if you had to immigrate here, if you had to get a green card. You are not FBA. By definition, you are not. Educate yourself, Anton. Please do.
So FBA can be somebody that migrated over here, but is, for example, got a green card or they're considered a citizen.
No. FBA mean your family got brought here in the slave trade, like back in the 1800s.
Okay.
No, it doesn't mean that you were brought here in the slave trade, right? Some of us you had indigenous Black people who are already here, and they brought Africans over here, and they mixed together, and you had an ethnogen. Anyway, man. Listen, man. It don't mean that you came on the slave ship. You had Blacks who are indigenous to this land now. They did bring Africans here, right? You got to be from chat. Listen, your family comes from chattel slavery. A lot of the natives, a lot of the indigenous, the Aboriginal Blacks that was already here, they reclassified them as Negro and they lumped them in the same category. They put them on the same plantations as the African slaves. And then they created their own group of people. That is what you call an ethnogenesis. And this is how it happened. You're the foundation of this country. Going back centuries. Your people come from chattel slavery. You're not an immigrant who showed up later looking for a green card. You're not somebody who migrated here. None of that. We are the foundation of this country. Prior to the slave trade that took place right here in the United States, America was nothing. America's wealth came from our free labor. Those are the foundational Black Americans. If you can't trace your bloodline to that, then you are not a foundational Black American.
You honestly have to have at least probably 5 generations of born Black American people to be considered FBA.
Okay.
Because whenever you have a new land, okay, so when you immigrate, you're going from one established place to another established place. That's immigration. The reason why a foundational Black American is different is because we came to the new land and developed it.
Got you.
When you move locations and you develop that land, that now becomes your lineage. You
Okay.
develop this place. So our people develop this entire country.
Right.
You see, so that's
Got you.
different.
That's what makes us foundational Black Americans, because we are the foundation of this nation. We built this country from scratch. Those are the foundational Black Americans, not some immigrant who showed up looking for a green card. Shout out to Six the Goddess. I appreciate how you broke it down to this fool. But Anton Daniels is the same guy who defended pearly things. He's the same guy who said that immigrants work harder than us. They outpace us. Words of Anton Daniels. Now all of a sudden he didn't switch it up, and now he's telling us how immigrants are talking greasy about FBA. And he had the nerve to say, see how they talk about us? You see how they talk about us? They've been talking about us. They've been talking greasy. We've been putting these people on blast for talking greasy about us.
Than someone who got here last year or 1 or 2 generations back. You did not contribute to building this land.
Right.
Shout out to Lamont. We got another person. Let me see who else blessed the cash app. I don't know. I don't want to put your name. I'm gonna just say shout out to Lamont. Your name might be different in the chat, but shout out to Lamont for blessing us with a beautiful cash app. Let's get some more people to support the show, because this game is most definitely is needed. It's very important. True indeed, giving you what you need first thing in the morning. King Supreme TV.
And so it seems like it's kind of I'm not gonna say a war, but it's kind of like a war of words between immigrants or people that migrate here, right? Because it's almost like, and this is just the sentiment that I see, right? It's almost like people feel like people that migrate here or come over, and a lot of the people that migrate here are Nigerian, right? Mm-hmm. And then they say that those people look down on people that are from America or FBA. Mm-hmm. Do you generally see that in the streets, in the YouTube streets and stuff like that? As far as
let me explain it this way. Let's say you move to Nigeria. Okay, and I'm gonna put it this way. This is gonna be the best way to help understand. All right. Let's say you move to Nigeria. You live there for 5-10 years. You work there. You have a home there. Everything. When other Nigerians are discussing their generational experience in their country, when other Nigerians are sitting around talking about their generational traumas, generational events, you, regardless of you living there for 10 years, regardless of you having a job there, they will not allow your input to affect the conversation. It's going to be like, don't you dare come over here. Your mama ain't from here. Your mama's mama ain't from here. Your family did not help build this country. Your family sacrifice didn't go into this country. So the Nigerians would have no problem telling you, excuse me, you can maybe give your little opinion, but please don't. You could not discredit their experience because you're not invested.
Bingo. Shout out to Six the Goddess for pointing that out. She's 100% correct. If we went to Nigeria, I don't care if we got citizenship there. We are not from Nigeria. We have no business speaking on the things that they went through. Those Nigerians would be offended if we stepped in their business. Now, these Africans and these foreigners come over here. They just came over here 2 seconds ago, and now they want to give their opinion about how the country is being ran when they fled their homelands. Nah, we ain't going for it. I like how she broke that down.
You can maybe give your little opinion, but please don't. You could not discredit their experience because you're not invested there.
Right.
So that's what it come to here is for a long time as Black Americans here, we have had a lineage and a culture the whole time. It's just been unclaimed. Last night, I saw some of the best FBA culture I saw, and we was doing that Detroit ballroom stepping with the Detroit players. That's foundational Black American culture. So it's interesting to me that for so long, we have been sold this concept that we don't have a culture or that our culture is future, and the whole time we had this rich culture that we didn't even know about.
Right.
So now we're claiming an unclaimed culture, and it's simply to say, just like Black Americans are not going to other Black countries and discrediting their experiences or how they do things, we're asking for the same thing in return. We got where we are here by not saying, let's just deal with it.
Right.
Our ancestors were like, fuck this. We're not about to keep picking this cotton. Like there was someone picking cotton that was like, I don't want my grandkids doing this.
Yep.
And even though they knew that it was not going to change in their life.
See, this is why people say Anton must be a tether. Now, he'll tell you that he's not a tether. But at some point, you're going to say, well, if you don't know this, and it's only obvious, and then you're asking the question, well, do they talk greasy? Now all of a sudden he done switched up his whole tone. Now he's going to pretend like now he's acting as if though he's putting us up on some type of game about how these immigrants operate and how they truly feel about FBA. You see how he switched up his tone? Now the video where he spoke on the Somalians, he just dropped that video either this morning or he dropped it last night. So now all of a sudden, Anton Daniels is speaking like a foundational black man. Y'all see how these Somalians talk greasy about us? You see how they come over here and disrespect us? He's acting like he's putting us up on game, as if we ain't been talking about this for years already. But when Six the God has brought it to his attention, he act like he didn't understand what a foundational black American was. He pretended like he didn't understand that Africans was talking greasy about us in the first place since day one, once they got off the damn boat.
Time, you know, they still went about doing it. So that's how I feel when it comes to the concept of being FBA. It's countries and discrediting their experiences or how they do things. We're asking for the same thing in return. We got where we are here by not saying, let's just deal with it.
Right.
Our ancestors were like, fuck this. We're not about to keep picking this cotton. Like there was someone picking cotton that was like, I don't want my grandkids doing this. Yep. And even though they knew that it was not going to change in their lifetime, you know, they still went about doing it. So that's how I feel when it comes to the concept of being FBA is, yes, it's true. So let's say if my house is dirty as hell, and then I come over here and be like, y'all, you need to clean your house. It's like, ma'am, if you don't go back and clean your house before you tell me about my house. So my thing is, if you're not.
That's what we've been saying about these immigrants. How dare Africans come over here and say anything? Y'all didn't even clean your house. You fled your homeland. You got to fix your own house before you give somebody some advice about how to fix theirs. And we've been pointing this out for years. This is nothing new. We've been saying this about these foreigners. We've been saying this about these Africans. Their house is raggedy. Their house is in shambles, but they want to come to America with an opinion while benefiting from everything that we fought for. No, we're not going to stand for it. We've been calling out these people for years.
Not in your country, it's true. So let's say if my house is dirty as hell, and then I come over here and be like, y'all, you need to clean your house. It's like, ma'am, if you don't go back and clean your house before you tell me about my house. So my thing is, if you're not in your country because you know that the opportunities are not as good as they are here, how can you come here and critique us? How can you come here and call us lazy when all you did was bring your toothbrush, but we built the whole house? So to me, it's not even about a divide or a war. It's just simply about getting reciprocated respect, because you don't see Black Americans going to no other Black country telling people about their stuff. We respect their experience. And it's simply saying we want the same, especially when it is our grandparents' sacrifices of why we can even come here and have these opportunities.
So why is there pushback from people that migrate over here?
Well, what do you mean?
So it's almost like those that migrate here, because Six, you wouldn't believe it. So I got roped into a conversation, which, you know, that ain't even my shtick, right?
Yeah,
like
I mean, you don't even talk about that type
I
of
talk about money, I talk about marriage, I talk about all of that type of stuff, right? But I got roped into it simply because of what was happening or what's happening down in Florida and Texas and Arizona, and they flying out.
Oh, with the migration.
Yeah, they flying them over to Martha's Vineyard and New York and a lot of these other cities, right? So I got roped into the conversation simply because I was covering it, but I was covering it from a financial perspective of how it's impacting things, because, you know, for me, it always comes back to the money.
Yeah.
But then, you know, I opened up the lines, and then I had a guy call in that obviously migrated from here, and I didn't believe him. Because when I asked him, I said, hey, did you come here legally or illegally? He was stuttering and he was trying to figure out the words to say or whatever, which that wasn't the big thing, but that set the foundation for the conversation. And so I kind of got roped into the conversation because then they started saying that I was FBA. And that's why I started getting the curiosity from, because it's like, all I'm saying is, how can you take credit for or start to feel like you have just as much say and input on what's going on here when you just came here? And so then they're like, well, Anton, you sound like Tariq Nasheed. I've never heard a Tariq Nasheed.
People say it's not about It's about the truth.
I've
is the
never
truth.
heard one stream from him. I have
The truth
never
is
seen
the
a
truth.
video.
That
So
ain't even
because it's
relevant.
just not interesting to me. Like I'm interested in talking about the money.
See, they thinking you're repeating his talking point.
No, FBA, we talk about money, but we also talk about lineage and our culture and what we done in this country. See, Tariq Nasheed is deeper than money. Anton Daniels just want to talk about money because he got a lot of male and female groupies who only respect him based on the fact that he has money. Does Anton Daniels stand for anything? Absolutely not. He tries too hard to appeal to white people. He kisses their behind. He disrespects black people every chance he get. When a white person has something negative to say about a black person, he always agrees with them. So the people who rock with Anton Daniels, they rock with him because they're infatuated with the fact that he has money. But at the same time, Anton doesn't stand for anything that's real. He don't stand on FBA business. He don't represent the lineage. He kisses the behinds of Caucasians, and he agrees with them every time they have something negative to say about FBA. Anton Daniels stands for nothing. The people who watch Anton Daniels are groupies. You got male and female groupies who respect Anton Daniels based on the fact that he has money for no other reason. Because it's clear to see that the man stands for nothing. He let a gay man flirt with him in his face. He let a gay man tell him he had a nice body. He let another man flirt with him right in front of his wife. And instead of checking that man, Anton Daniels giggled and laughed. Anton Daniels stands for nothing. He don't stand on blackness. He don't stand on FBA business. He kisses the behind the white folks, and he allowed this booty warrior, this homosexual from prison, he allowed this man to sex play him. He allowed this man to flirt with him right in front of his wife, live on camera. Anton Daniels might be successful, but in reality, he stands for nothing. The man stands for absolutely nothing. Anton Daniels, you got a lot of male and female groupies who only respect you because of the fact that you have money. Outside of that, you have nothing. You stand on nothing, sir.
It's just the truth.
Hit the like button. It ain't nothing. Oh, man.
Why would you say when you're on camera telling the man to get away from you and back away from you, and this is during COVID, and he get this close in your face?
But the point
you
is
are within
that
your right to remove that person out. I'm not saying you had to knock him out, but
so that's
if you would have
This is when a white man was disrespecting Anton Daniels. Listen, man, our people, what's wrong with our people is we respect people just because they got money. Like I said, you got a lot of rainbow community members who have money. That don't mean that you need to respect them because they have money. They have no morality. They stand for nothing. Anton got a bunch of male and female groupies who only respect him based on the fact that he has money. I would never let a grown man, I would never let a man sex play me and flirt with me like that. I would have nipped that in the bud instantly and said, hey, homeboy, I don't know what you think this is. We're going to have to take this outside. I'm going to put these paws on your jaws. That's exactly what I would have said. But the people who watch Anton Daniels, well, Anton has money. It doesn't matter that he allowed another man to flirt with him. It doesn't matter that he allowed another man to sex play him. He has money, so it doesn't matter. Anton Daniels agrees with white people every time they say something negative about black folks. Well, Anton has money, so it doesn't matter. That's what his male groupie fans say. That's what his female and male groupie fans say. They ignore it. They give a blind eye to it because they'll say, well, it doesn't matter if he let a man sex play him. He has money, so it doesn't matter. He let a grown man tell him he had a nice booty. Well, Anton has money, so it doesn't matter.
laid a finger on him.
He might tell you got a nice booty. Anton, he might tell you got a nice booty. He might tell you got a nice body. If we was in prison, I get with you. I had to see what's up with you. I think you got a nice butt. I think you're cute. He let a grown man talk to him like that on camera, and his fans made nothing but excuses for him. Well, Anton has money. It doesn't matter that he let a grown man flirt with him. It don't matter that he let a grown man tell him he had a nice booty. He has money. It doesn't matter.
Him like this, your ass would have been in jail.
but my point is that I'm more powerful when I'm thinking scenario, because the thing that I'm focused on is at the results. I'm not focused on the current situation. And I think that we as people often focus on how we need to react to the current situation. instead of being proactive with what it is that we're doing in order to get to the results that we got to.
I think we're good.
He had no bearing. He had no impact or influence or anything on what it is that I was going to be doing the minute that he got out of my presence.
Did he go to jail? Did he get arrested for stalking and harassing and attacking you?
Maybe.
Absolutely not.
Maybe.
No, he did not go to jail. He did not see it.
Maybe.
No, he did not.
I'm telling you,
Then
Six.
say if he did he? No.
I don't believe that he went to jail, but I do believe that he was affected financially.
We cannot ignore disadvantages that are systematically put against us, like our ancestors did.
Anton always gonna cape for the white man. Now he'll talk bad about immigrants, but he ain't gonna say nothing bad about no white folks. See, you Anton Daniels followers and fans, you guys are male and female groupies. He's not going to say anything crazy about white folks. Now, he might say something about a liberal, and even if he says something about a liberal, he's going to tread lightly with that. But if it's a white conservative or a white Republican, he ain't going to say nothing negative about those people. Even if he has every right to, he ain't going to do it. The only people Anton Daniels talks greasy about is foundational Black Americans and maybe Latinos here and there, but for the most part, his animosity and hatred is towards FBA. And now he decided to go in on immigrants when he criticized FBA for talking about immigrants. And now he's doing the same thing, calling out immigrants, telling everybody how greasy they talk about FBA. The man is a grifter. He don't stand on manly principles. He don't stand on FBA business. The people who rock with Anton only rock with him because he has money. What a bunch of male groupies. You got a bunch of male groupies who only rock with him based on the fact that he talks about money. That's sad. I understand why females are groupies, because females, a lot of times, they're just groupies by nature. They'll rock with anybody who's successful with money for the most part. Not all of them, but for the most part, if you got the money, that female gonna rock with you, she going. So I understand the female groupie, but when you have male groupies who overlook all of these male groupies overlook all of this man's character flaws and say, well, he has money, it doesn't matter. Well, he did let a grown man tell him he had a nice booty, but he has money, it doesn't matter. The guys who rock with Anton Daniels are male groupies, and I just proved it.
Our ancestors didn't just deal with what they did. They said, no, we want better. So I'm not going to say racism don't exist. I want to speak on it. I want to make it known. I want to make it. How can you get a problem fixed when you can't even acknowledge it's a problem? So that maybe content creators in 2-3 generations won't have to go through that. But if we just ignore blatant racism, that don't help no one. Just because we got what we want, now we want to ignore it. We have to look at it as bigger than us. There's people coming after us. That's all it's about. I think you're looking at it on very like people.
Well, you have to look at it.
No, it's system.
Based off of people.
It's system.
But people make up the system.
Let's say I smell right now. Let's say I stink.
No, you smell.
Shout out to Panther Jones. Shout out to Panther Jones for the Cash App. Shout out to Money Bankroll for the Cash App. Shout out to everybody who's blessed that super chat. And oh yes, subscribe to the channel. What she's telling Anton Daniels is this. Yes, we might have this and this now, but you got a lot of people who don't. And we can't overlook the fact that we've been affected by this system in this country. We're not saying that blacks can't be successful. We're not speaking from a victim's mentality. We're just giving you the reality about the history of this country. That's it. That's all, folks. Let's get back to the content, though.
But let's say if I did. Let's say if I was stinky.
I just got to say that for the people because
I don't stink, just so y'all know. But
she
I'm just giving an example.
Smell really
Let's
good.
Say, what is that? Dolce.
Shout out to
Dolce.
Shout out to Six with good smell.
Shout out. But my point is, let's say if I smell.
No, we can't say that black women don't need to talk. This sister is making perfect sense. She's a beautiful chocolate sister. And what she's saying is very important. She said a lot of things that made sense, so I'm going to rock with her. I'm not going to say that black women can't talk. That doesn't make any sense. Now, if a black woman is saying something foolish, I'll say be quiet. The same thing with a black man. If I seen a black man saying something foolish, I would say, man, be quiet. But if you listen to what she's saying, it makes perfect sense. She's making more sense than him.
And I'm like, damn, like, I took a shower, I put on, I still smell. You have to figure out the root. The root might be, maybe you're eating pork belly and Pepsi every day. And that pork belly and Pepsi coming out your pores. So you might sit there and wash and put the deodorant, but the smell's still there because you didn't go to the root of what it was. So at the end of the day, we all out here making moves. We doing our thing. I am all for us making our money, taking care of our family, but we have to always acknowledge that underlying smell, the root of everything, is going to be racism and white supremacy. It's okay to acknowledge it. Then you can say, okay, let me cut that out my diet. Now I'm smelling better. So my thing is, I think it's dangerous to not acknowledge it. Even that instance that happened with you with that white man in that bakery, and they sat there and let that man attack you, and then still served.
I don't feel like I was attacked.
Still served him his fucking food.
I don't.
He said he don't feel like he was attacked. Of course you don't feel like he was attacked. If a black man was speaking to Anton Daniels the same way that that white man did, he would have did the video saying this is what's wrong with black people. This is what's wrong with the culture. The culture is trash. How many of you guys seen that video where that white man was going in on Anton Daniels? Called him a boy, called him a charlatan, talked to Anton Daniels like he was nothing. And Anton Daniels, well, I don't feel like he was disrespected. Of course, because he's white. If a black man came at Anton Daniels in that same tone, he would have made several videos talking about how black culture is trash and how black folks are just jealous of him. That's exactly what he would have said if that man was black. Stop it.
I feel like I was.
I don't feel like I was disrespected. I don't really feel like I was disrespected. Of course you don't, because the white man can do no wrong. Do you know Anton is the same man that said that the white man is the most hated and the most villainized in his country? Let me repeat that for you people who are too slow. Anton is a Sambo. He said that the white man is the most hated and the most villainized in his country. These words came out of Anton's mouth. That's what I mean when I say the men who rock with him are male groupies. Who could rock with somebody that's saying something stupid like that? Oh, I get it. He has money, so that's why you overlook all of his character flaws. You overlook the fact that he let a man tell him he had a nice booty. You overlook that. Well, he has money. It don't matter that he allowed a grown man to flirt with him. He said the white man is the most hated and the most villainized in this country. Well, you know what? It doesn't matter to Anton. Even though it's not true, I still love Anton because he's successful with money. This clown, Mr. Potato Head, said that the white man is the most hated and the most villainized in this country. Can you believe this idiot said that? I'm going to play the video right after this.
And they sat there and let that man attack you and then still served.
I don't feel like I was attacked.
Still served him his fucking food.
I don't feel like I was attacked.
Not one person asked him to leave. They still took his money. When if that would have been your black ass attacking him like that, you would have been escorted out and they would not have served you.
I don't believe so. I don't believe so, Six.
We'll disagree to disagree. Okay, Anton.
No. Okay, listen. Think about it like this,
Okay,
right?
Anton.
Think
So
about
you're
it like
saying that
this.
man did not attack you?
No.
Did you see the same video I saw?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm telling you, listen. I won't, it's not in me to turn my back on the people. And I know you looking at it from a system perspective, right? A systematic
Who are you talking about
perspective.
turning your back on?
It's people that have held me down that don't look nothing like me.
That's fine, but Anton, do you understand what a white savior complex is?
No, that's not what this is, though.
Okay.
See, he's going to do everything in his power to not hold white folks accountable for anything. If you was confronting that white man like that, Anton, they would have called the police on you. This sister is right. But we know you don't want to hold white people accountable for anything. That white man confronted you. That white man came at you very hostile and aggressive. That white man called you a boy. So do you know that white man called Anton Daniels a boy several times in that conversation? Hopefully I can find the video because I didn't remember, but I just now remembered that. This is crazy.
Okay, tell me what it is. I want to know.
Black people need to stop getting flattered when white people do things for them because white people have an inferiority complex for us in general. The minute a white man come in contact with you, the black man is always superior. We're talking about genetically, just at his core. So white people have a complex called, like you saw the lady where she was trying to get embryos and it was like two black embryos and the white couple implanted.
you gotta
they
tell
wanted
me
to
about
save the black. It was a white couple and it was two black embryos that had been sitting there and the white people were like, we'll take it. White people feel like by helping us or saving us, it makes them more powerful than us. So they'll disguise things they do for us.
But why can't they just genuinely why can't there be on an individual level
because there's
people
no
that
such
genuinely
thing.
want the best for you?
Because there's Because
Oh, I found the video.
there's no such thing as equality.
The white man confronted Anton Daniels. I'm gonna play the video right after this. Man, thanks, man. I found it because I was like, man, I can't find it, and it popped up, and I got it. Anton Daniels, listen, homie, when it comes to Anton, he's never gonna hold white folks accountable for anything. He's just not gonna do it. His fans, and the sad part about it is, Anton fans will never hold him accountable for anything either, because there's a bunch of male and female groupies over there who worship him based on the fact that he has money. So they'll never hold him accountable. We got 3 more minutes of this. We got 3 more minutes of this clip. Then we're going to get into the video where the white man confronted Anton Daniels.
Equality between us. This is why white people have to have a system to keep us at a certain distance. Because when we talk about our ability, like physically, mentally, we'll surpass them every time. So they have to keep this gap. It's never that they're just genuinely, yeah, they're doing that because they're ahead of you and going to be able to stay ahead of you in certain ways.
I don't believe so.
Okay, it's a white savior. White people do things for black people because they
But
want to
it's
feel
not just
powerful.
white people, right? It's
Anybody non-black. It's
the
a
majority
complex.
of people. If you look at households, right, the average household income, based off of race and demographic, white people aren't too far ahead of black people, and those aren't even the people that are making the
Well,
majority
they're more
of money.
far ahead in their humanity. You understand that?
What do you think?
They have more human.
Well, the wealth gap is pretty close. You know, for whites to get a 300-year head start in this country when it comes to wealth, when you look at the wealth gap, it's pretty damn close. So white folks ought to be ashamed of themselves. So imagine if white folks never cheated by. Imagine if we was on an even playing field in this country from day one, we would have been surpassed white people when it comes to wealth. Because if you look at it like this, prior to the 1960s, the black woman had a higher marriage rate than a white woman prior to the 1960s. 80-something% of black children were raised in a household with 2 parents. 80-something% of black children were raised in a household with 2 parents prior to the 1960s. Please believe me. These are historical facts. So imagine if the playing field was equal from day one, talking about blacks and whites, we would have been surpassed whites in wealth. We'd have been surpassed whites when it comes to functional families. We would have surpassed whites in everything. So it's no coincidence that they went out of their way to destroy every community that we built. It's mighty funny that it ain't no coincidence that they don't want to give us reparations, because if we was on an equal playing field from day one, we would have surpassed white folks a long time ago. Those are just the facts. White folks had a 300-year head start when it comes to wealth, and guess what? The wealth gap is pretty close. White people probably make like on average, they might make $8,000 more than us, and you can make that up with just having a side hustle or a side job. So you can close that gap just by having another job or just by having another hustle.
Human rights. For going back to the example we talk about when you got attacked, you could not even defend yourself. You could.
The average black person makes about like 50 grand. The average white person makes about 60. That's pretty damn close, bro. And we're talking about on average what black people make versus white people make. It's not that far, bro. It's pretty close. Even though whites had a 300-year plus head start in this country when it comes to money and wealth. The average white person don't make that much more. The average white person does not make that much more money than a black person. They don't.
Not even defend yourself, because you knew that even if you would have been within your right to defend yourself as not only as a human but as a man, your black ass would have still got locked
Well,
up.
you don't know
all
what
the
happened
police,
to him though.
it doesn't matter.
Oh, it matters.
What matter? I know he got served that food, which was disgusting. I couldn't believe they actually
That's
served him.
irrelevant.
It's relevant.
No, because
point
you don't
is,
know
you
what
couldn't
happened on the
defend
back
yourself.
end. No, I did.
See, Anton Daniel don't have a warrior spirit in him. He goes along to get along with white folks. If this was the 1800s, prior to 1865, Anton would have been the same black guy helping the slave masters to oppress us, telling all our secrets. Anton is Stephen from Django. Don't get it twisted. He's a modern day Stephen from Django. That's exactly what he is. Anton wasn't going to go to Anton would never go to war with white folks. He would have never had a slave revolt. Anton Daniels lacks the warrior spirit. He would have never said, you know what, let's go on the uprise. Let's fight back. Let's fight for our freedom. Anton Daniels would have never stood up to fight for his freedom. Anton Daniels would have been a butler like Stephen from Django, a servant to the white man, telling all our secrets to keep us enslaved on the plantation. Anton Daniels, he would have reported everything to the slave master to stay in good graces with that white man. That's exactly what he is. I can see through this boy. He don't have that warrior spirit. You can look at Anton Daniels in the face, and I can see right through him. This boy does not have the warrior spirit in him. He would have served the slave master. He would have reported everything to the slave master to stay in good graces with white folks. That's exactly what he would have did if this was in the 1800s, prior to 1865. That's exactly what he would have did. This fool ain't got no warrior spirit in his body. He's subservient. He's a worshiper of white folks.
As a man,
Well, no,
you
no, no,
couldn't,
no, no,
because
no.
you knew they
But
was gonna
see,
lock
this is
your
the
black
thing.
ass up.
This is the thing, sis.
Even though you went through it right.
The way that he operated, and this is the thing that people don't understand, is that
Listen, Anton Daniels is soft. Anton Daniels is soft as a marshmallow. He is soft as Dr. Cotton. He would have never said, okay, let's take our freedom. Let's get our leg back. Let's fight for our freedom. This fool ain't got no warrior spirit. Anton Daniels is soft as marshmallows. He's soft as Dr. Cotton. He's weak. The only reason people rock with him is because he got money. Anton Daniels is a soft chocolate marshmallow. He's a chocolate cupcake with the white filling in the middle. That's exactly what he is. This dude is soft, man. And he hides behind money so that people can respect him, because he knows that black people worship money over everything, and that is why they overlook his character flaws. He knows this. The man ain't stupid.
reason why we get locked up a lot of times is because we react emotionally and we're not thinkers.
Anton.
We react emotionally. Hear me out here. We react emotionally.
Well, let me
we're not
put my
thinkers.
disclaimer. I am not involved in this part of the conversation.
I'm
not saying
think
this.
about it. Think about
That's
it.
him.
Think about it. We react emotionally and we're not thinkers. So
Why we react emotionally?
The entire time that it was
Look how soft this dude is. Look at how weak and soft he is. I'm telling you, bro, we would have listen. You can't get nowhere with a black person like Anton Daniels, because he has the same mindset today. Well, I got my money, forget the rest of the black folks. If this was slavery, he would have said, I'm cool with the slave master, never mind the rest of you Negroes, because I'm living in the house. I'm the right hand man to massa. See, the only thing Anton Daniels cares about is money. He don't care about black people. He don't care about the plight of black folks. He don't care about the plight of foundation of black Americans. He don't care about nothing that. He don't care about none of that. Money is everything to him. That's how you know if this was the 1800s prior to 1865, he would have been the right-hand man to the slave master. As long as he's doing good, it's middle finger to the rest of black folks. He has that same mentality today. He's soft as Dr. Cotton. The man don't have the warrior spirit in him. Anton Daniels is soft, and he hides behind money because he knows black people worship money over everything. They'll just overlook his weakness. They'll overlook the fact that he's soft. They'll overlook the fact that he's moist, and they'll say, well, he has money, so we'll just overlook all of his character flaws. He knows that, and he takes full advantage of these male and female groupies who flock to him on his channel.
because we have things that are passed down.
PTSD.
No, because most of us that
All right, let's go to this clip right here where a white boy confronted him. Anton Daniels is weak. He's weak. He's a weak man.
All right, this might hurt some feelings, but whatever. I was just scrolling through my feed and I saw a couple of posts about how white people have no culture. And I'm just over this white
Right after this clip, I'm going to show you the clip where the white man confronted him.
guilt, white shame type stuff. I'm not advocating for white supremacy. I'm just advocating the end of white silence and the end of white guilt and the end of white shame, because our culture participated in nothing that your culture hadn't participated in previously. We didn't start slavery, but we damn sure ended it. And the only place that slavery still exists are in people of color societies in Africa and the Middle East. The Vikings figured out how to circumnavigate the globe before the Islamic world ever figured out how to get their feet wet. It wasn't us that was going into Africa and pulling the slaves out. It was other Africans enslaving them. We invented democracy. We invented the constitutional republic. The bubonic plague wiped out half of Europe. And what did we do? We got together and discovered Western medicine and inoculations and vaccines. I'm not saying that we're better than you, but we're damn sure not worse. There are 4 major ethnic groups in this planet. There are black people, white people, Asian people, and Hispanic people. And we are the smallest. And we are the only group that you're demanding shut up. And because we're not doing it anymore, you're just going to scream racist louder and louder and louder. And we are done caring. We are not ashamed of who we are. We are not better than you, but we're damn sure no worse. And if we're so freaking terrible, then why? Why does the entire Eastern world flock to countries that we created? Answer me that.
I don't think that he's wrong. I don't think that he's wrong in feeling a level of fatigue. And let's be honest, and I know that there's going to be people in the chat, and that's fine, because me having this conversation generates and hopefully inspires debate and critical thinking. But he's right in that the majority of white people in this country, unless you're a white apologist, is considered the enemy. There is nobody in America that is more villainized than white people, white men specifically. Heterosexual white men is the poster child for the villain in the United States of America. Now, I can't speak for any other country because I'm not a part of their culture and I haven't lived there for my whole life. But what I do know is that here in the United States of America, when you fail, you blame white people. When you go to jail, you blame white people that created the system. When you succeed,
See, this shows you how pathetic those black people are who support this clown. He said the white man is the most villainized and the most hated in this country. What have white people went through in this country? Name a struggle that Europeans have went through in this country. You can't name one. I don't care about what they went through in Europe. I don't care about none of that. Tell me a struggle that the white man has went through in America. Nobody's created laws to hold a white man back. The white man ain't never went through Jim Crow. Nobody ever created laws to keep them out of certain jobs. Nobody's ever created laws to keep them out of certain schools. Can you name one struggle that the white man has went through in the United States of America? This Sambo fixed his mouth to say that the white man is the most villainized and the white man is the most hated in America. This is what I mean when I say his fans are male groupies. They worship him based on the fact that he has money, but they never hold him accountable for saying dumb stuff like this. The white man is the most villainized and the most hated. What has the white man ever went through in the United States of America? Absolutely nothing. So this proves my point when I say that Anton Daniels fans, they're a bunch of male and female groupies, and they refuse to hold him accountable for his character flaws. This dude is a certified Sambo, 100%. He agreed with he agreed with everything that white man said. Everything that white man said, he co-signed it, and then he added his own to it. Well, I agree with everything I agree with everything that the white man said. And to take it a step further, the white man is the most villainized in America. The white man is the most hated man in this country. Ain't nobody get more hate than that white man. What? And you got these male groupies who hang around this dude, who sit on panels with him, that never hold him accountable for this buffoonery? Anton Daniels, you got a bunch of male groupies for followers and subscribers. Because there's no way I can sit around Anton and not call him out for this buffoonery right here. This is ridiculous. Let's go to the next clip.
if it was me or you, I wouldn't be giving you this.
This is where the white man confronted him. The white man confronted Anton Daniels. Let's get into the content. So Anton Daniels got a bunch of male groupies who follow him, who never hold him accountable for anything.
Information at all. What's going on?
Well, we can't communicate. We're talking.
Well, good for you. I don't really care about whether or not you can. I don't care about what you're talking about, bro.
I know you don't because you're the new generation.
Anton Daniels is a chocolate cupcake with the white filling in the middle, with the white cream in the middle. He is that moist. He is that soft. He's soft as Dr. Cotton. The boy don't have the warrior spirit inside of him. Anton Daniels is not going to fight to protect nobody. He's not going to do anything. You could slap Anton Daniels and take his Rolex and take his, listen, you can smack Anton Daniels, take his Rollie, take his Versace glasses, and smack his wife on the butt and tell her to get in there and cook me a steak. Listen, If I went to Anton Daniels' house and smacked his wife on the butt until they get in the kitchen and cook me a steak, I'll take his Rolex and put his Rolex on and tell his wife, pal, get in there and cook me a steak, baby. He gonna sit up there and do nothing. He probably gonna call the police. He ain't gonna do nothing. I could literally walk in his house, smack his wife on the butt and tell her to fix me a steak, make me a steak, medium done, just how I like it, baby. And he ain't gonna do nothing. He is that soft. He's a chocolate cupcake with the white filling in the middle, the white cream.
None of you guys care what we think. Why don't you record that?
Yeah, I want to hear what you got to say.
Generation cares what we think. Okay? You said that yourself, right? You're talking about being considerate, but yet you are very inconsiderate as I cannot hear what's going on.
How did you address me?
Broadcast that on the motherfucking.
Hold on, let's go back. Hey, Anton Daniels. When I see your wife, I'm a smack her on the butt and tell her to get in the kitchen and whip me up a steak, medium done, just how I like it. Yeah, baby, pow, smack them cheeks. Get in there and make me a steak, baby. And I'm going to kick my feet up on your couch while your wife is cooking my steak, and you ain't going to do nothing. You're soft as doctor's cotton. I promise you. Now, let's get into this. I'm going to be quiet now.
Care what we think. Why don't you record that?
Yeah, I want to hear what you got to say.
None of your generation cares what we think. Okay? You said that yourself, right? You're talking about being considerate, but yet you are very inconsiderate as I cannot hear what's going on.
How did you address me?
Broadcast that on the motherfucking web that I helped build.
Let me ask you, can I ask you a question?
Take care of yourself.
Can I ask you a question?
Strawberry cheesecake?
But see-
No, you can't, because you can't afford my fucking time. You're a little boy compared to what I grew up in. I grew up in Hollywood, Florida. My grandfather owned that fucking.
He said, you're a little boy now. He's dropping a lot of curse words, so YouTube, don't get mad at me. This video is already up on YouTube. You ain't punished Anton Daniels for the curse word, so don't demonetize my video for the curse words. Don't play games like that, YouTube. Fair use. He said, you're a little boy.
I helped build.
Let me ask you, can I ask you a question?
Take care of yourself.
Can I ask you a question?
Strawberry cheesecake?
But see-
No, you can't, because you can't afford my fucking time. You're a little boy compared to what I grew up in. I grew up in Hollywood, Florida. My grandfather owned that fucking corner. I grew up in Grosse Pointe, okay? On Yorkshire Street, 2 houses off fucking Jefferson. Where do you fucking live? Now you can't record. You know your people can't hear now because I'm being considerate.
I'm gonna make you famous.
Considerate.
I'm gonna make you famous.
Make me fucking famous. James Francis, a little junior. I'm in Facebook jail right now for talking shit like this. It's called reality. My grandfather helped build this motherfucking city. And you know what? The people who see me on this recording are gonna laugh their fucking asses off. They're gonna fucking laugh.
I'm gonna make you
They're
so
gonna
famous.
laugh so fucking hard. They are.
I can smell the alcohol on your breath, so I know you're
I
drunk.
just got done drinking scotch.
I
You
can
know
tell.
what?
I can
I
tell.
just got here from New Jersey.
That's why I'm taking
just
into
got here
consideration
from-
who you are.
I
I
just
know
got
that
here-
I know
that's
you're a
right.
drunkard.
You know, I was
So
a
I'm not
consultant
even.
of Ford. Do you know
I don't-
James D.
I don't really
Donaldson
care
of
about.
Ford?
I don't care about.
You want to overtalk? You want to be a cool man?
Look at him.
I was a consultant at Delphi, EDS, Ford Motor Company, General Motors, CBCC. How about that?
Anything else?
Fucking crazy, isn't it? Yeah, I'm going back home to Florida next week. Been in New Jersey 4 months business consulting.
What makes us not listen to old people? And I'm gonna say it in front of him because I want him to understand.
Oh, you're not, we don't do teddy bears, suckers, safe spaces,
the-
corners, and blankies, all right? You can be a man and look at my face and tell me. You don't have to look at me.
Meanwhile, he's telling us about how he's in Facebook jail, but he's so rich. Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
I am. No,
Anyways, the
Facebook
point.
jail for preaching the Constitution because soon,
He's broke.
Michigan,
He's broke.
I live in Florida. and
He's gonna be walking down the street shortly.
Up here.
We're not concerned about it. For some reason, they think that their word means so much more than everybody else's, and this is why people don't listen to the older generation. Real talk. Please back up.
Have you ever been in the
please
Fortune
back up?
3? Have you ever been in the
Can you
penthouse
please back
before?
up? Dude is a drunk.
Store's okay with it too.
Dude is a drunk, and as a result, he thinks we care about his fake stories about who he is and where he come from, when the reality is that we don't care about any of it. When the reality is
I'm
that
gonna show you pictures of my fucking life. You want to see me on an 80-foot?
I know you broke, bro. The beauty of it is that I caught it in real time for you guys to see. I
See, Anton's only comeback is he'll say, well, you broke, right? You're broke. He never stands on manly principles. He never stands on manhood or manly business. The only thing he talks about is money because that's the only thing that he can be. That's the only thing that he's proud of. Like I said, you can smack Anton Daniels. You can smack his wife on a butt and tell her to make you a steak, and he ain't gonna do nothing. He hides behind his money because that's the only thing that he can brag about. Outside of money, what outside of money, who is he? He agrees with white men as long as they're talking greasy about black folks. He said the white man is the most hated and the most villainized in his country. He stands for nothing. Now he's grifting with FBA talking points going in on Somalians when he's the same man who said that these Africans outwork us and they work harder than us. Now all of a sudden he switched up his tune to go in on Africans and Somalians. The man is a grifter. The man doesn't stand for anything. Anton Daniels got a bunch of male groupies who rock with him. That's exactly what they are because they never hold him accountable for his character flaws. They never do. A bunch of male groupies over there.
Seen a beater. I seen his broke car. I seen how broke he really is, and now he want to show me some pictures, right? And he's drunk. And he's drunk. So we gonna continue to have we gonna have this conversation. Hey, can I make my order real quick?
Fucking excellent.
While he's talking.
No, I don't know. I'm going to talk loud now so you can't communicate with these people. I'm going to interrupt you. You need to go home and reflect on this video as a young man, because that's all you are as a young man.
If I wasn't rich, I wouldn't even care about what you were saying, bro.
What street
I'm gonna drive
from Yorkshire.
I'm gonna drive my beautiful Porsche.
My Porsche.
I'm gonna go to my huge home. And we know you broke and we know you drunk.
You know that?
All right?
You know cars don't mean shit. I told you my family.
Go ahead, keep going.
I told you where I'm from and where I live.
What else?
This is what else. Have a great night.
Anything else?
A double.
And this is 4K, ladies and gentlemen.
How about a If this were the 80s, I'd invite you outside, but it's not.
And I beat your ass, too.
Oh, I don't know, because you're a kung fu. You do kung fu too, don't you? Right. You're not only rich, but you're a kung fu master. What level are you? 10? On video games. That's what level kung fu master you are. Do you think you're fucking somebody?
I'm everything.
Really?
He told Anton Daniels, yeah, in the video game, you can whoop me. You're a kung fu master in a video game. Man, that white man flipped you off 3 times and called you a boy. He said you a little boy.
I'm everything.
They love me.
I'm everything. Kung fu master, what level are you? 10? On video games. That's what level kung fu master you are. Do you think you're fucking somebody?
I'm everything.
Really? I'm everything.
They love me.
I'm everything.
They love me.
I'm everything. They love me. 200,000 people love you? Fuck you.
Anything else?
No, I'm good. You're wasting my time.
You about to go get in your beater? This is why y'all got to keep y'all cool.
You're talking about what we think. Why don't you record that?
Yeah, I want to hear what you got to say.
None of your generation cares what we think. Okay? You said that yourself, right? You're talking about being considerate, but yet you are very inconsiderate as I cannot hear what's going on.
How did you address me?
Broadcast that on the motherfucking web that I helped build.
Let me ask you, can I ask you a question?
Take care of yourself.
Can I ask you a question?
Strawberry cheesecake?
But see,
no, you can't, because you can't afford my fucking time. You're a little boy compared to what I grew up in. I grew up in Hollywood, Florida. My grandfather owned that fucking corner. I grew up in Grosse Pointe, okay? On Yorkshire Street, 2 houses off fucking Jefferson. You're a little boy. You're a little boy compared to what I grew up. You're a little boy compared to what I grew up in. You're a little boy compared to what I grew up in. I grew up in Hollywood, Florida. My grandfather owned that fucking corner. I grew up in Grosse Pointe, okay? On Yorkshire Street, 2 houses off fucking Jefferson. Where do you fucking live? Now you can't record. You know your people can't hear now because I'm being considerate. Considerate.
I'm gonna make you famous.
Make me fucking famous. James Francis Alul Jr. I'm in Facebook jail right now for talking shit like this.
Listen, man, let's get some more of you people, man. Let's get more people to bless the like button, man. We got 500 people watching, man. So we got 500 people watching. Make sure that you elevate the likes. Get the likes up for your boy. The show is very entertaining. If you ain't hit that like button, you're committing a crime.
It's called reality. My grandfather helped build this motherfucking city. And you know what? The people who see me on this recording are gonna laugh their fucking asses off. They're gonna fucking laugh.
I'm gonna make you
They're
so
gonna laugh
famous.
so fucking hard. They are.
I can smell the alcohol on your breath. So I know you're
I
drunk.
just got done drinking scotch.
I
You
can
know
tell.
what?
I can
I
tell.
just got here from New Jersey.
That's why I'm taking
I just
into
got here
consideration
from-
who you are.
I
I know,
just
I
got
know
here-
that you. I know.
Yeah,
I know
that's
you're a
right.
drunkard.
You know, I
So
was
I'm
a
not
consultant
even.
of Ford. You know
I don't-
James D.
I don't really
Dodson
care
of
about.
Ford?
I don't care about.
You want to overtalk? You want to be a cool man?
Look at him.
I was a consultant at Delphi, EDS, Ford Motor Company, General Motors, CBCC. How about that?
Anything else?
Fucking crazy, isn't it? Yeah, I'm going back home to Florida next week. Been in New Jersey 4 months, business consultant.
What makes us not listen to old people? And I'm gonna say it in front of him because I want him to understand.
All right, so listen. Anybody want to hit the link? I got about like 20 more minutes left, man. So I got 20 more minutes left. If you guys want to hit the link, you want to add to the conversation, you could most definitely hit the link right now. So the link is in the chat right now. I just dropped the link. You want to add to this conversation, you are welcome to do so if you want to add to the conversation. Mr. Potato Head. Mr. Potato Head. Mr. Potato Head. Shout out to Big E. Right, exactly.
Oh, you don't do teddy bears, suckers, safe spaces,
the
corners, and blankies, all right? You can be a man and look at my face and tell me. You don't have to look at me.
Me.
All right, brothers. So this is what I'm gonna say, man. The link is in the chat. Big E just hit the link. We're gonna keep the language clean. We're gonna keep the language PG-13, right? But anyway, man, I'm gonna bring Big E up, man, so I can hear what Big E got to say about Anton Daniel. Anton Daniel said the white man is the most villainized and the most hated in America. He fixed his mouth to say that. You got it, man.
Man, Red, salute y'all. This is a straight bad look right here. Let's keep it 100. The white man in this country has earned every bit of hate that he gets. You get what I'm saying? You can't do that to a people for generations. And we talking about when you go into the details of what chattel slavery, entail, you'll see why they get this hate. And even once but we ended slavery, but y'all wasn't cool. They make it seem like, soon as it was over, they all of a sudden turned a new leaf, like we wasn't still getting lynched and hung and
Right.
stuff. You know what I'm saying? We never got for none of this post-slavery stuff. We never got no help, like none. So we are how we are. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But what he don't get, you making us look straight bad. See, the reason that white people like Anton is because they know he's a docile Negro. You get what I'm saying? He's not a threat to them. He'll sit up and let another man sex play him. So he's really no threat. You know what I'm saying? That's why that dude right there told him, "You're a little boy." And he said it with his chest all in your face.
He did.
Now, you can say what you want, but Red, I bet you Cowboy wouldn't have let him interrupt his live like that. I was 6 out. You know what I'm saying? But, Anton is one of them dudes that he wants to hold everybody accountable, but then he can't take, I don't want to say criticism, but when that was Six the Goddess, that was her Six.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
she was in there cooking. Everything that she was stating was facts, but yet he was trying to discount that because it doesn't fit his narrative. You get what I'm saying? It's like, bro, how do you want to talk to people and you don't want to listen to what the people are saying? It's just like, nah, listen to me, listen to me, listen to me. Like you said, he just a sucker with money. That's all you are. You take away that money from Anton, Anton is a straight mark. He a mark with money.
Right. Exactly.
But this interaction right here shows you how soft that this dude is, bro. This interaction right here show you how a lot of these how lame a lot of these internet dudes are. It ain't no way, just like she said, just like we saying in this chat, it ain't no way that business or that white man will let you talk to him like that. You can't get in his face and be calling him boy or cracker or whatever. You get what I'm saying? Or any kind of epithets. He's not gonna let you just run up on him like that. You get what I'm saying? Oh, well, see, this is why you have to keep your calm, y'all. All them people at Fox News and all them white people who asked he kid said, yeah, good boy. Good boy. I guarantee you, as soon as they saw him, they gave him a pat on the head and a dog biscuit. You know what I'm saying? For him being so obedient and not challenging the white man's authority. You know what I'm saying? That's all that looked like. See,
hey, Biggie, hey, you heard Six said, man, he disrespected you. That white man was in your face, dude. Man, I didn't feel disrespected. I didn't feel disrespected. Of course you're gonna say that.
Right. So if you a fan of this cat right here, you the type of nigga that white folks feel well, you the type of dude that white folks feel comfortable around. Because no matter what they say, you not gonna be no threat. Matter of fact, that white man could have probably told Anton, yeah, you got a nice ass. I heard that guy tell you that. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, for real, bro, anytime you feel comfortable enough and you laughing about the fact that you being sex played in front of the world to everybody, you don't think them white people saw that? That dude probably know you soft as Dr. Cotton, bruh. That's why he felt comfortable talking to you like that.
That's crap.
Yeah.
I mean, let's keep it 100, y'all. And y'all in the chat know this. And this part here doesn't apply to just white people. You know who you can and you can't talk that crap to. You understand what I'm saying? You know where you can go and get away with that, and you know where you can't get away with that. You understand what I'm saying? Fleet, just like Red got fleece right here, he knew he could get away with that with Anton. That white dude who got in his face and called him a little boy knew he could get away with that with Anton. You get what I'm saying? But it's some brother, nah, we ain't gonna do that over there. You know what I'm saying? It's some people that y'all know this. Y'all know I'm not telling y'all nothing y'all don't know. Y'all know, even in the chat, tell the truth. Y'all know who y'all can talk that crap to and who you can't. Online, we can say anything. But when you in people's face, nah, you gonna have a whole lot more decorum and respect for people when you in their face, especially today. Everybody is strapped and ain't nobody playing them games. You get what I'm saying? So you're going to have some respect. That white boy had no respect for Anton. This dude here had no respect for Anton in his house in front of his wife. If I was one of his kids, if he got any sons or kids like that, and I was one of their homies, I'm going to be like, man, I think your daddy a homo. You hear how you let that nigga talk about him? Nigga, did you see your daddy blushing while he was up there on that interview? I bet you that nigga Fleece gave him flowers and some candy.
We gonna play it. Hey, we gonna play it real quick. Hold on, Biggie.
Crap is crap. Just like out here in the streets. I mean, common sense to tell you. Got people out here, I'm in here going through all this, and then people act like they don't understand that I like booty. So what?
I'm gonna play that again. Hey, please let it be known. He like booty. He ain't talking about the booty on a woman.
I'm in here going through all this, and then people act like they don't understand that I like booty. So what? But what is I'm supposed to do, bro? Huh?
I don't know. You tell me.
You don't know.
I don't know. I can't picture myself ever being in that situation.
All right.
Go ahead.
I'll just say, for instance, you was in that situation.
I can't see it, please. I can't think about it.
You would turn me down.
What you mean?
Oh, shit.
More important than Wilder, you should know what I mean.
I can't see it, please. And I'm gonna tell you why. Listen, I just can't even picture myself ever being locked up.
That's good. That's good.
I will do anything to stay out of prison. Like I won't steal, kill, destroy, nothing.
That's good.
I knew from a very early age that I'm not built for that. You know what I'm saying? And so I just never even wanted to put myself in that hypothetical situation. So when I was seeing you,
I ain't saying this to be disrespectful.
no, I don't think it's disrespectful. I think that it's
I think you cute for real. But
me?
Yeah.
Not me.
Not in that look.
Not me.
Look at that nigga. Look at that nigga. He just told him he cute.
Good looking. Let's say it like that. Good looking. Well, if you was locked up, if you was locked up, yeah. And we
Look,
were
he
locked
blushing,
up,
y'all.
I
He
would talk to you.
blushing.
No.
Yeah.
He said, I think you cute. Listen carefully. This is what I'm saying, guys. Why would you let a man talk to you like this? Man, I'm gonna let it roll.
I would talk to you. Was locked up, yeah. And we was locked up, I would talk to you.
No.
Yeah, I would. I got to see what's up with you, right? I mean, you don't think you look good?
Not that. I don't look that good.
Do you think you look good?
Nah.
Do you think you got a nice body?
No.
Nice butt?
Nope.
I do.
Jesus Christ.
See, you got low self-esteem, but let's get back. I'm gonna show.
He said, I think you got a nice butt. I don't think you got low self-esteem. You got a nice butt. We was in prison. I'll get with you. I think you got a nice butt. I think you're cute. I think you got a nice body. And he sit up there laughing.
He
Man,
blushing,
go ahead,
Red.
Biggie.
He blushing.
Yeah.
He turning purple. Look at him. Look at him. Fleece running the ultimate spread right now. But that ain't trash though, Red. That looking at this right here and watching and looking at him eat it up though, Red. He eating it up. He eating it up. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you his brown eye is wet in this moment.
I think you cute. I think you got a nice butt. If we was in prison, I had to get with you. I had to see what's up with you.
Yeah, Fleece up in there ready to put on total, Red. Kissing you is all. You know what I'm saying? You listen how he talking to Anton. He hitting on this dude, man. He hitting on him. Anton want them cheeks. He pitching hard, boy. He pitching hard. He pitched, and look, hey, Red, hey, Anton is catching all of it, bro. He like Pokemon, he catching it all. He telling you, Anton, you look, when he said, I can't see myself in jail, Fleece said, yeah, that's good, because that backside of yours, oh, yeah, that would all be mine, champ. That's good. Make sure you stay up out of there.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Hey, but Eugene, but he on his head, though. He ain't even in jail. You know what I'm saying? He live on stream. In his look, he think he look good. Got on his Confederate hat. He like, Anton, what up on that?
Hey, this is what I mean when I said he got a bunch of male groupies as fans and followers. The only reason they respect this dude is for money. Outside of money, man, this dude is a marshmallow. He's a cupcake. Look at how he let this man talk. There's nothing I can't think about. There's nothing about him. There's nothing to respect. So the only reason why people rock with him, well, he did let that man flirt with him, but he has money, so it doesn't matter. He does defend white people every time they say something negative about black people, but Anton has money, so it doesn't matter. So nothing matters because he has money. Those are the type of male groupies he has as followers and fans.
Facts.
Big E, if Anton Daniels got caught in the bed tomorrow with a white man, you know what his fans gonna say? Well, Anton has money. It doesn't matter.
That's exactly what they're gonna say. See, but what I'm saying is, okay, this is what a lot of these dudes like Anton got to get. Just like he feels like he could give criticism. Okay, he should be able to take criticism. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's the whole thing about it. You can't say we degenerate, and then when we start saying, well, here go the chinks in your armor, now you want to act like you offended. Nah, champ, it's just like these other groups we be talking about, Red. You can't come over here talking about us and we looking what you ran from, champ. So you can't be mad when we start talking about your degeneracy too. Our degeneracy stays on the table. Everybody in this world calls themselves always trying to hold black people accountable for something, even for stuff that we do not do. Right. Okay, so guess what? When we start putting up them mirrors and start giving our spiel on how we feel about y'all that's so highly critical of us, you got to drink that soup.
Right.
That's just what that is. Anton feel like he could say, okay, the culture is trash, but the culture is what drives America. But then you gonna sit up here and think this is a good, wholesome interview, right? This ain't trash right here. You know what I'm saying? The fact that you let that dude talk to you like that, that wasn't trash. Because you feel like his words when he was talking to her, because you feel like they held you down. And even though they criticize black people all day, every day, you feel like you cannot say one bad word about them. That is absolutely insane to me. You know what I'm saying? So that means they done already got you in check. You basically, we see where you getting your money from. Because if you not see, Red, that's the difference between, say, these dudes and say people like, I'm gonna just say Tariq, for example. Tariq could talk how he want to talk because white people cannot take away from his base. They cannot cancel him, or he'd have been canceled a long time ago. Tariq, I was in one of his live. Tariq had almost 200,000 people in the live. You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference. He didn't have to, he still is who he is. Dudes like this, that's docile like this is bad for us as a whole. And to me, it's because the dudes like this is why these dudes feel, these other groups feel like they could talk to us like this. You just heard him say, oh, I wasn't attacked. So if you white and you saw that, it's like, oh, it's on. He ain't offended. Yep. He don't feel attacked. And what did he go to, Red? He immediately went to his money. Now the white boy is broke.
Yep. Now the white boy. That's the only, listen, that's his go-to in every art. When he's wrong and he can't prove a point, well, you broke, I have money. You know?
Right. And now you sitting up here, like you said earlier, Red, that same hardworking group that you said outworks us. Now you done pivoted because you heard what they were saying. You knew what was going on with them, but now you want to pivot. No, stay over there, champ. Stay over there. You know what I'm saying? Don't act like he just like Officer Tap Dance. You know what I'm saying? All of them like, dude, stay over there, bro. We don't need dudes like you. Like, what benefit do you think you are? You not doing nothing for nobody. You selling courses. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever you doing, you know what I'm saying? Whatever your business is that's benefiting you, okay, cool, like Six said. But it's other people around you. It's people to come after you. And if you trying to tell the people to come after you that there's no such thing as racism, well, then you're doing them a great disservice because we're seeing it every day. The 2024 election literally brought out everybody's racism. The discussion about who created hip hop brought out everybody's racism. So if you was to tell the next generation coming up that there's no such thing as racism, after what we've been seeing and listening to this past year, you're doing your people a disservice. You're setting them up to fail. You know what I'm saying? He didn't tell that white, exactly, C-Mac. That white boy told him, you are a little boy compared to what I've been through. See, this is why you got to keep your calm. All his taste buds should have been on one side of his mouth at that point. He interrupted Anton. Anton was in there minding his own business. See, that's the part that's crazy. He interrupted you to disrespect you. And look at how you handled that. You call yourself wanting to break a stereotype? Nah, bruh. You need to teach people how to mind their business.
Yeah.
I mean, you get what I'm saying? You was minding your own business. What make him feel like he had the right to come antagonize you? And why did you feel like you had to take that? Yeah, but see, you let a man hit on you like this, so I see why you took that. So what kind of benefit are you? If all you gonna do is if somebody disagree with you or challenges your points, the only thing you gonna say is you broke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's all you gonna say, but you didn't do that with 6 because 6 was actually up there cooking you. No, well, I don't think he was attacking me. See, you gotta look at it like this. Nah, bro, you can't tell us how to look at it. We saw him mark you out.
Yeah.
That's what we saw. That's what we see. We see this dude right here hitting on you in front of your wife.
Yep.
We see that. How you gonna tell us how to look at what we see with our own eyes? Ain't nobody in this chat stupid. We see what's going on with you. We see your grift. You know what I'm saying? The fact that you won't disrespect the people that disrespect you, that go to show the type of dude that you are, bruh. Yeah, he detrimental. You know what I'm saying? Because you too docile. You docile. You the type of black man that white men feel real comfortable around. Because
he would have been the right hand to the slave master, bro. He would have been the right hand to the slave master.
No, he'd
if
have been
this was the
hopping Bob,
1800s.
Red. That's hopping Bob. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's hopping Bob right there. You know what I'm saying? And he don't even see it. That's what's crazy. He don't even see it. So when we hear you tell us, oh no, black culture is trash, bro, you can say whatever you want to, but the majority of us is not gonna let that dude talk to us like that.
If black culture is trash and you're against degeneracy, why would you allow this degenerate booty bandit to flirt with you live on camera in front of your wife? This is degeneracy. Why would I want to bring a booty warrior who's known for having sexual relations with men in prison? Why would you bring somebody that's degenerate? Because Fleece Johnson is the epitome of degeneracy. And you allowed this same degenerate to flirt with you on your platform, but you're against trash culture and degeneracy. That's hypocrisy.
Right. You bought, look, you bought a felon on black culture is trash, but you bought the ultimate felon on your show. Well, then what?
A man who bragged about taking the cheeks of men in prison. You're against degenerate culture, but you promoted this on your channel.
This is what I'm saying. You promoting degeneracy, yet the culture is degenerate. And you literally said this is your man's.
He did.
You said this man is welcome to your crib at any time. You said that.
He said Fleece
Now keep it
Johnson. He said Fleece Johnson is realer than me. He called me a jailbird. Do you know the dude? He called me a jailbird. I ain't spent 20 years of my life in prison. He called me a jailbird. He said, yeah, Ray, you a jailbird, and Fleece Johnson is my dog. He's welcome to my house anytime. I'm a jailbird, but you welcome a homosexual booty warrior on your channel, and you gave him the red carpet. You welcome him into your home, but I'm a jailbird.
Now see, Red, how was that not degenerate? You're gonna have a self-proclaimed, but he is a booty warrior. You heard what he said. Booty is more important than water.
Booty more important than water.
Now, this is what you're gonna keep it a buck. And this ain't no slight to him, but anybody in the chat, is this the type of man you gonna have around your family? Your family. Now, he said he's welcome to his house. That's where your family is. That's your personal space. Is this the kind of dude that openly hit on you too? This is who you're going to invite into your home that's welcome to your home? Don't that say something about your character? Hell, that might not be the only booty warrior you cool with.
I know.
You just cool with the ultimate one. You unlock the final boss.
He said Fleece Johnson is my dog, and he's realer than the rest of you N-words. That's what he said.
See, there you okay, but how? Okay, how? If black men have a culture of going to jail, right? And you know, this dude here spent how many years in jail? How was he realer, or what sets him apart from the other dudes? Other than his preferences. If he was a regular dude, say you take away his preferences, what would separate him from anybody else? What he went to jail young. He did a whole lot of time in jail. This man is institutionalized. I don't care what he say.
Yeah, he is.
This is an institutionalized individual because he went to jail for so young and did so much time in jail. How is this man not institutionalized?
He unalived somebody at 16. He didn't get out of prison until he was like 40 something.
Okay, so this man has been around nothing. This man has been on a level 4 prison yard pretty much since he was a teenager, damn near.
Yep.
Right? So that means he's been around the worst of any prison that he's been in. Okay, and when you've been in there for so long from so young, that is your mindset. This whole interview was him trying to get Anton to say yes, like the whispers. If you just say yeah. That's all he was doing, hitting on that nigga. He wasn't talking about no prison experiences. He wasn't talking about nothing like that. He was talking about how good you look, how you got a nice butt, how cute you are, and what's happening.
Then he said he don't understand why people, he said, I don't get why people don't understand the fact that I like booty. He was really talking to Anton.
That's what, exactly.
Bro, what you should understand the fact that he like booty.
In other words, Red, you think I came on your platform to talk about this online crap? Nigga, I don't know nothing about that. What's up on them cheeks?
Yeah.
You looking mighty cheeky, baby. What's happening on that? Nigga, right. I think you cute. So that's not crazy to y'all? This is the type of man that's fit to give you advice because he got money? I mean, real talk. Because he got money, this is not considered degenerate. Because he got money, that means that white man, well, I got money, so I don't care what I don't care what he walks into my face on camera and calls me. I don't care. The man even told you his first, middle, and last name. Like, nigga, you ain't gonna do nothing.
Right.
This is who I am. I own this. I live right here, bro. I'm telling you where you could pull up where I'm at. What it do? What you trying to do?
And gave him 3 middle fingers. He said middle finger 3 times. He walked up to the camera real close every time with his middle finger.
And all you said was, oh, he broke. You don't even know that man. That man said, bro, I'll show you my whole life. What you talking about? You ain't talking about nothing, boy.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? So, I'm just saying, bro, if you wanna criticize, then you can accept criticism. And this is the way you presented yourself, bro. And this is the way we look at you. And don't tell me nothing about your money. You know what I'm saying? If people are comfortable, if people are getting their bills paid, their insurance paid, et cetera, there ain't nobody, you ain't got nothing to say to nobody. You know what I'm saying? You don't appeal to the YNs. You can't talk to grown people the way you talk to grown people. So all you can do is try to appeal to the YNs and, the younger generation, right? Yeah. You don't appeal to them dudes. You know what I'm saying? Your talking points is telling them that they trash. So why are they going to listen? How are you going to listen to somebody that automatically is saying you trash? The culture is trash. Look, we so trash. Now all of a sudden, people like Ilhan Omar is talking about I'm black. Now I'm black African American now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You get what I'm saying? Our culture is so trash, everybody is reaching out to us. I don't understand why y'all keep reaching out to trash individuals in support.
Well, this is what we gonna do, Big E. We gonna shut this one down, man. I'm gonna let you land. I'm gonna let you land because I'm gonna stop it at the 2 hour and 10 minute mark. So we got like 60 more seconds, man, and I'm gonna let you land.
Man, look at here, man. Y'all people, y'all just go about your life and make the best possible decisions that you can. These content creators is phony. You know, they grifters. They might be in the closet. All they trying to do is get clicks and views. They not telling you really nothing for your life. They not in your situation. You know, they make it seem like we all robots. Everybody has different situations. Some people grew up privileged, but the majority of people had to get it out the mud. You know what I'm saying? And you know, if you got any kind of age on you, it wasn't no content creator or nobody around to give you no kind of advice like this. You know what I'm saying? It was trial and error. You know what I'm saying? Life taught you, life taught you how to sidestep them landmines. You get what I'm saying? Look at this online stuff for the most part as entertainment. That's all it is. People will sell the farm for clicks and views. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the hot trending topic is, people just talk about it. They're not concerned about none of that crap.
Right. They're just doing it because it's a hot topic. He's
It's
repeating what
just
we've
the
been
trending
saying.
topic.
Yeah,
Right.
we've been saying he said, y'all see how they talk about us? We've been talking about this fool. You late to the game.
Man, you get what I'm saying? Man.
So, you see how
So,
these Somalians be talking about it? This how they feel about us, bro. We've been saying this.
man, so this what I'm saying, man. Ain't nobody up in here dumb. Like everybody, like when y'all get offline, that's when the real stuff start. That's when reality hit, right? You can get offline. When you get offline, you got to go do them checks and balances. You know what I'm saying? When you get offline, you got to go hit that time clock. You know what I'm saying? When you get offline, you got to go face the real world. Ain't none of this advice these niggas giving you is beneficial to you when you hit them streets out there. I'm talking about the real streets, not this cyber. Anybody, how many people have been exposed online as being fake, from dating coaches to gangsters to so-called rich cats? How many of them have been exposed for leading fake lifestyles?
Well, it's entertainment, just like a lot of rappers. You know, you got some rappers who live what they talk. Like you have some content creators who are, but the majority of people just talk. Now, Anton can help people with finances, like with business, when it comes to stuff like that. But when it comes to what they're dealing with on a day-to-day basis as men, he can't really give you no advice on that.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Now you rich, but do you see him telling you about any tax loopholes or anything that could help you?
Well, I will say this, he got a financial course, so he does teach finances.
But you got to pay for it, right?
Yeah, you gotta pay for that course. Yeah.
Now we so broke, but you asking broke people to pay for your course, right? Okay, I hear you. Whatever. That's why I say, bro, people got to do what they got to do.
Yeah.
See, what would make him smart? Not what's in that book, the ability to get you to buy the book to make his pockets fat. Just like Steve Harvey did with that act like a think like a man, act like a woman garbage. But guess what? Everybody went out and bought it, right? So he's still counting money from that. So who's the fool? That's what make him the genius, is that you made him richer than what he already was, and it didn't change your situation.
And
can you name one person that said because of Anton they got rich?
With some people, he got this thing called the Bag Chasers, where he gives advice about financial literacy. So there are some people over there who have said that they made money taking his courses. So I give him, like, the only thing now, what he is good for is giving advice about finances. That's where he shines when it comes to a money conversation, because I seen him tell people about taxes, business, and certain investments. So he's on point when it comes to that. But when it's time to stand on lineage, when it's time to stand on business as a black man, like when it comes to things, if it ain't got nothing to do with money, don't take his advice. He shines when it comes to business, but he's not going to stand on business when it comes to white folks who disrespect us. He's not going to talk about being a proud black man and our accomplishments and what we done. He's not the guy for that conversation because he agrees with white people every time they say something negative. Anton Daniels is only good for money conversations. That's it.
Right. Well, that's why I say, man, that's why I tell the people, hey, nah, man, do what y'all got to do within the laws, of course, you know what I'm saying, keep it in bounds because we don't want to see nobody going back and forth to jail, catching unnecessary cases. To me, that era is over and done with. You know what I'm saying? All that. Oh, what you? Nah, we don't care. We don't care. We don't care.
All those prison stories, like all these
Yeah, we don't care.
gangbangers, like talking about like, man, that stuff is keeping us dumb. Talking about gangbanging every day. That's
Yeah, we don't care. So, you know, the people that's out there, man, I'm gonna land with this. To the people that's out there keeping their lights on and they water running and they gas on, you keeping food in your house for your family. You ain't behind in none of your shit, you in your stuff. You getting up every day, going to punch your time clock or whatever it is that you do. You know what I'm saying? To keep yourself above water, because contrary to what anybody says, it is not easy out there. All you got to do when you got kids, peep your kids, how your kids just how they come ask you for money like it grow on trees.
Yeah.
And when they turn 18, it be like, damn, daddy, See, I told you to stay young as long as you can because this grown up crap ain't all this cracked up to be.
Yeah, man.
So when you get grown and you finally find you a lane that works for you, pat yourself on the back because you had a lot of obstacles that you had to overcome. You had family you had to overcome, friends you had to overcome, temptations you had to overcome. And look at where if you still right here right now after you didn't walk your walk, can't none of these cats come online and tell you, you know what I'm saying, what's best for you. They wasn't there when you had to walk your walk. So look at them fools as entertainment, handle your business, you know what I'm saying, keep handling your candle. And I'm going to land with that. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all evening or afternoon. Drink your water, eat your veggies, and by all means, keep winning.
Shout out to Big E, man. You know, Big E came through to drop some jewels that you can most definitely use. But yeah, man, like I say, man, he's good for business, man. You know, his fans support him a lot. He has business courses. So when it comes to when you think about like money conversations and conversations pertaining to business, that's where he shines. So I can't take that away from him. See me, I'm fair. I'm gonna call a spade a spade. The man gives great advice when it comes to money and finances. He does. Now, when it's time to stand on business as a black man, he ain't gonna do that. When it's time to stand on business as a black man, your boy Antoine ain't gonna do that. He ain't gonna stand on business. He ain't gonna stand on nothing. You know what I mean? He's soft as doctor's cotton. He don't have the warrior spirit in him. He's a docile black man with money. He's a docile black man with money. That's it. Period. You know, outside of those money conversations, he brings no value to the community. He don't stand for anything. He agrees with white people every time they say something negative about us. Right? Hit the like button. It ain't nothing. Anton is a black apologist. You know how he talks about white apologists? He's a black apologist because he goes out of his way to prove that he's different from the rest of the black folks that white people claim to dislike. Tommy Sotomayor is the same way. Tommy Sotomayor want white people to think that he's different from the rest of the black folks that they talk about. Anton Daniels is no different. Tommy kisses up the white folks and so does Anton. They want white folks to believe that they're just so different from the average black person. Anyway, man, like Big E said, man, we're going to keep winning. We're going to keep grinding. Make sure that you guys hype the video. When this live stream uploads to YouTube, I need you guys to hype the video. If you're really rocking with me, hype the video, like the content, support the channel, and subscribe. I'll be back later on with some more content. I appreciate everybody for pulling up. I'm gone. I'll be back in like 5 or 6 more hours with another stream. Appreciate everybody. I'm gone.